Okay, today we are doing something very scary. We are ranking every single song on BTS's new album, BTS PROOF. Now, I'm sure you guys are gonna fight in the comments which song is better, and I'm sure David's gonna freak out and ask me to take down this video in a few hours. But let me just tell you, this is my personal rankings, and I will say, I've been really enjoying my time just going through all these different songs, especially the older ones, which I kind of forgot about. It's been a great experience, and I know I've been kind of on the fence about them releasing an anthology album when everybody, well, at least I was expecting a new album. This is a great way to introduce new fans to their older music, or even remind, you know, longtime fans of the road that they've taken. Let's just start with the last place song. Okay, don't freak out, folks. I got a whole spreadsheet ready here. By the way, I know that some of these tracks are unreleased, so I will not be reviewing and ranking the unreleased newer tracks. There are multiples of some of the tracks for the demos on CD3. I will be only basing my review off of the official release. So here we go. Number 37, Stay. To be honest, this track has been one of my least favorite BTS tracks of all time. I'll just say, like, it kind of feels like a basic EDM song. Okay, don't cancel me yet. And I've never really seen the appeal of the song, although I get that it's like a stadium anthem for concerts. Yeah, it takes the place at number 37.
Number 36, another scary one. Dynamite. I know Dynamite is a very important milestone on BTS's career. This kind of set them off as like the mainstream success that they are enjoying now in America and all around the world. That being said, BTS have had way better title tracks, and if I were to rank title tracks, you know, on the CD1, this would be pretty low. Number 35. Okay, more cancellations to come. This is Butter. Butter is, I would say, a much better song than Dynamite, but it's still not as good as the other songs on CD1. Number 34 is 흥탄소년단. Original release was off of 화양연화 Part 1. It's a fun track with a lot of rap that kind of reminds me of a Psy song for some reason. That's not a bad thing. And if I had to pick a song off of this album, to be honest, it would have been my first choice. In fact, I would have loved Moving On, SEESAW. That's like actually one of my favorite BTS songs. It's a song about them like moving from their old studio to their new ones because they got bigger. It's a song about growth. It's a perfect fit for their anthology. Number 33, Danger. This is perhaps the only Korean title track from BTS that I don't really dig. This is kind of like the other alternative ending compared to Boy in Love. So it's like a dark ending of a love relationship. Personally, not really a fan of the sound, but BTS self-composed the lyrics with their main producer P-Dog, so it's a pretty meaningful song. By the way, let me just say, before you guys hate me, this is like their rankings on their best of anthology album. So like, obviously 33 or 32 low rankings on this doesn't really mean it's a bad song. In number 32, BTS CYPHER Part 3. I know that everybody loves the ciphers. I know that like they wanted to probably include at least one cipher in their anthology, but I feel like Dang should have been on instead of this if they wanted to have like a very rap-centric rap line song. Man, Dang has the best wordplay, and Go Check Out Explained. It's just a bop. I would have killed for it. CYPHER 3, not a bad song, but I'm just gonna say, Dang should have been here instead of this, if they had to pick one. Number 31, this is Tony Montana. A song that is off of Suga's first mixtape, August D. I know like everybody's really excited to hear an official release, especially featuring Jimin in the vocals. It's actually a very interesting song because it actually has a diss towards Be Free, who belittled BTS in an interview when they were just babies. They had some beef right there. He addresses that, so that's pretty interesting, meaningful to their history. I mean, they took a shot at Be Free, and look where they are now. Number 30, Jump. This track was actually it's very meaningful because it was written in 2011. Suga wrote this when he was just a trainee. Apparently, the vocals of RM and Suga, some of the shouting vocals are from the first demo itself. You can hear their baby voices on the official release. I'm really excited to hear the demo version of it because I'm pretty sure they're gonna put on the one that like was in 2011. And Suga said it was like really raw and they had to change quite a few parts. Overall, like I'm just excited to hear like the musical progression of how this amazing writer Suga he developed as a songwriter. Talking about the original release itself, latter half of this track is extremely interesting. It has this whole breakdown session. Number 29, outro Ego. And I will say this song captures J-Hope's positive, happy vibes just perfectly. I really love this song. I really love J-Hope, and especially his mixtape, Hope World. I really love the vibes on that. And this song kind of feels like an extension of that. That being said, I wish there was a Hope World song here in this album. Unfortunately not. Number 28, outro Her. This track is about the fan-idol relationship and the dangers that it comes with from an idol's perspective, which I would say that's a very bold topic to talk about, you know, in the idol world and the K-pop world. Kudos to them, and I just really love RM's really tight rapping on this track. Now, number 27, Idol. I know a lot of people are gonna be pissed that this is so low on the list. Idol is a really great track. It incorporates traditional Korean music with EDM and some South African beats, influences there. I definitely feel like they were taking quite an adventurous route. I mean, just look at the MV. I thought that was like really, really crazy. Why is it so low on the list? Is because they have so many good other title tracks that I would put before Idol. But Idol is a great track. Number 26, Dimple, 보조개. Now, this is a track about basically BTS telling me how beautiful I am and how my unique dimple and my smile is so beautiful and they just love me. You know, I really like this track. It's very sweet, but as a heterosexual male in his late 20s, early 30s, I don't know if I'm the right audience for it, but musically speaking, I really like this track. Number 25 is Moon. Now, this track is a very dreamy track. The background vocals going on during Jin's high-pitched chorus just gives it a more of a ethereal feeling. Is that a ethereal feeling? I don't know if that's a word. I just made that up. It gives somewhat of like that vibe. Number 24 is Boy With Love. While as a song, I don't think this is like, you know, in the top half of BTS title tracks. This track just holds a very special place in my heart. This was a time when I really got obsessed with BTS music. We went to their LA concert. We just had the best time of our lives there. This just brings me back to those times whenever I hear it still. It invokes a very warm feeling in my heart. Number 23, Jamais Vu. This track is a healing song about recurring pain, and it recurs again and again, but it's jamais vu, meaning that even though it's constantly recurring, you feel like it's new every single time because you forgot about it and you're feeling this pain every single time. And this is the perfect song for feeling emo and sad, and it's very poetic. I really love it. I just feel emo whenever I listen to it. I cry. Number 22, Still With You by Jungkook. Original song, you can really listen to Jungkook's heavenly voice even with the instrumental, so I can't imagine like how the acapella will sound like. And this song is just like a perfect, you know, rainy day song. I found like a clip of a V-Live. Jungkook was singing it acapella. Number 21 is Run. It's a song telling the youth to be adventurous, to run, keep on running towards their goal. It was what made me run away from my family and also my friends, disown them, and start a new life with YouTube. Thank you, BTS. Number 20 is On. Some might consider it blasphemous that On is so low on the list. I do think it is one of BTS's most adventurous tracks in terms of just the structure and the sounds, like the marching drums and shit. And also the MV, like they got like whole ass like Lion King Noah's Ark right there. It's truly an epic track. The MV is epic. Number 19, DNA. This song is perhaps what gave a glimpse to BTS, Big Hit, and everybody in the world, what they can be capable of in terms of mainstream success. Nowadays, whenever BTS releases something, it's gonna be like number one. Back in the day, no one thought like there would be another Gangnam Style. No one thought like a Korean song would be charting in the billboards. This song did it. BTS proved us wrong. Number 18, Life Goes On. This track was more of a gift towards fans. Just got the perfect message, you know, during times of COVID. A well-toned track to release during these times. And it just has a very comforting feel to it, telling us life goes on despite whatever you feel right now and however trapped you might be. I love the message. I love the music. And I especially love Jimin's very lovely, serene vocals on this track. Number 17, 친구. This track is about the friendship between Jimin and V, and you can just feel the appreciation that they have for each other. Maybe DKDKTV needs one of these tracks. It just puts a smile to your face of how these two guys just get along with each other. That's surprisingly hard to do sometimes, you know, being friends with coworkers, not saying anything. They did it, and they're a tight group, and you can just appreciate their friendship. Number 16, Young Forever. This one is a bit of a tearjerker. It's like a closure to the 화양연화 era, bittersweet ending. What can I say? It just gets me real emo. Number 15, N.O. No. This is kind of like a sequel to their No More Dream. It's an extension of their social messages, social commentary on school system and parents and adults. I hate adults. You know, this is just a great angry track. Just saying no, being your own being. This era was like where BTS, I feel like, was the most aggressive and most vocal in their music, at least. Definitely see why they garnered a lot of young fans early on with their social commentary. There was no real other group in K-pop that was really delving into these kind of topics as bluntly as BTS. Number 13, Filter. BTS doesn't do a lot of Latin pop, but this is a Latin pop track, which is I really love. And of course, this is one of Jimin's best solo works. You can just appreciate his sensual, high-pitched voice. There couldn't have been a better voice to sing this song other than Jimin's voice. It's just Number 12, 0 O'Clock. This track is one of the most popular songs on Map of the Soul 7. It's about when it's 0 o'clock, your day resets, it's a whole new day, everything just resets. This is my go-to song for when I'm drunk, alone at 1 a.m. or 12 midnight, very sad, emotional, worrying about my future. I mean, they tell me that there's gonna be a better day, but I just usually end up crying myself to sleep. Number 12, Boy in Love, 상남자. It's kind of ironic, like the title is Boy in Love, but it's more about being like a very forward, I'm gonna get you kind of boy in love. It's not like boy in love. This kind of was like a transition of their more social commentary type of early tracks to more of a melodic, less hip-hoppy tracks that have very addictive hooks. I would say this is one of their most mainstream songs. 되고파 너의 오빠. Okay, that's just gross when I say it. Number 11, Intro Persona. Yo. This track is RM's solo track, and it's got like Beastie Boys vibe to it. I really dug it as a fan of old school rap and rock. It's got a lot of like hidden meanings in the music video as well. Go check out our Explained. I think this is like RM's best, one of his best tracks at least. I really love this song. Number 10, Fire. This is one of the first BTS songs that I listened to, knowing that they are BTS. This was, I think, their breakthrough song in terms of just mainstream and general public awareness. Before this track, all I knew of BTS was that they had a very funny name, 방탄소년단, Bulletproof Boys. After this, I was like, man, this group drops some bops. Fire is a bop. Number 9, trivia, SEESAW. SEESAW is Suga's solo track, and he uses the metaphor of a seesaw to represent breaking up of a relationship that went like that had its ups and downs. I think this track has the best songwriting from any of Suga's solo work. Personally, this is my pick for Suga's song, and it has the perfect hook to top it off. Just a very excellent songwriting. Number 8, Blood, Sweat, and Tears. I would say one of BTS's best music videos. It's definitely the most artsy one. I remember very vividly, we were a new YouTube channel, reaction channel at that time. We were so excited. I was at David's house and we were waiting until midnight for this track to drop. And I could not have been more hyped for, a BTS song to drop. Just brings me back to those times, man, this track. Number 7, Fake Love. This is, I think, the perfect balance between artsy and poppy side of BTS. Very addictive hook. It's instantly recognizable. At the same time, it has some deep, introspective lyrics, and the music video is amazing. Personally, if anyone asks me to tell me what the BTS sound is, I will let them hear this song. Number 6, Singularity. Dare I say, the sexiest song of BTS. Period. It's a V solo track. It's just very sensual. His voice is already sexy, but the way he sings this and like sensual overload. Number 5, I Need You. This track marks a great change, I believe, from their early hip-hop, angry, rebellious era to developing a more emotional maturity. It got a lot more melodic. And personally, if I were to pick an era that I had to listen to for the rest of my life, I might pick this era. It marks the beginning of the modern BTS era. My personal opinion. What are yours? Number 4, Euphoria. The best solo track of any BTS member, period. You Can Fight Me. It has the perfect songwriting, perfect vocal performance. I might as well go as far as to say that this is the equivalent of the Spring Day among BTS solo tracks. Number 3, No More Dream. The debut track of BTS, Iconicness, is not the sole reason why I put this in number 3. I definitely do believe that has some sort of weight onto it, because like, just think about it. These amazing artists that have the biggest success right now started with this song, and you just gotta appreciate the fact that they exist because of this song, and you can just tell that they were ready to get it from day one. Number 2, of course, Spring Day. You might have picked this as number 1. This is actually a lot of people's number 1. I would say it is a contender for that. It is actually my favorite BTS song of all time. But this is BTS's best track ever. Never gets old. I've listened to it like probably 1,000 times. The lyrics are really great. It's quite sad actually. It's about loss of a friend. And this came out like just a few years after the SKOOL ferry incident, which is a very traumatic event in Korean history. I do believe that BTS has gone on to say that this song is not necessarily about that, but it just came in the right moment. Just holds a special place in, I'm pretty sure, like most Korean people's hearts. Surprisingly, not very hard to choose number 1, Born Singer. Musically speaking, I would say this is like their best early track. And the crazy thing is, this wasn't even on the album. This was a SoundCloud release / YouTube release. This track is about how they're somewhere in between an idol and a rapper, but they want to be respected as rappers. But you know all the shit that they went through, especially with K-pop at that time. People, especially the underground rappers, were like, you guys aren't rappers. You guys aren't like real artists. And they had to go through all that humiliation, and they were just trying to, you know, grind it out like anybody else. Like they really wanted the respect. And in this song, you can like just hear their hunger, devotion, determination, commitment to their craft. With Born Singer being the first track of this anthology, it just puts message out there. This is where we started, and this is where how far we've come. It's just like a very emotional song to hear as of now. It just has a different meaning. It just hits different right now, and that is why Born Singer is number one. Let me know, guys, what you guys think of my list. Of course, this is my personal opinions. I would really love to see your list. This entire anthology, you know, I wasn't really excited for it at first, but then like it kind of like made me listen to all these old tracks of BTS and really appreciate their career. So I take back. I think this is a great move. We're very excited. We might even do a live reaction or something like that over on Patreon, patreon.com/DKDKTV. Also, please check out this hat that I've been wearing. It says Soul Sounds. I designed it. It's available on Naked Soul, which is our brand where we curate and sell authentic Korean goods from local Korean brands. We are actually having a competition right now with this hat with David and Jin, who is our logistics manager, and they all designed their own hats. We're having a little bet competition. So please help me out. I mean, this is a great hat. I've been wearing this literally every single day. Great hat. Buy it on Naked Soul. First 5 people to use the coupon code down below will get 5% off. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Go listen to BTS.